It's my honor to welcome the Emir of Qatar to the Oval Office. The Emir has shown great leadership. He has led his country to join in a vast coalition to make the world more peaceful, to make the world more free. Mr. Emir, you made some promises to America and you kept your promises. We're honored to call you friend. We appreciate your steadfast support. The Emir also has served as a strong example of what is possible in his part of the world. He's a reformer. He's promoted a new constitution which allows women to vote. He's promoted women into his cabinet. He is a strong leader. He believes strongly in education. An educated populace is one more likely to realize their dreams. And so, Your Highness, it's such an honor to have you here. And I welcome you, and I want to thank you for your friendship.
أنا أشكر فخامة الرئيس على دعوته لي لزيارته في البيت الأبيض، وإحنا في قطر حريصين على علاقة مميزة مع الولايات المتحدة الأمريكية فيها شفافية. علاقتنا العسكرية جيدة، وإحنا ملتزمين مع الولايات المتحدة في كل الأمور التي اتفقنا عليها. كذلك نشكر الولايات المتحدة الأمريكية أنها ساعدت قطر في مجال التعليم، كذلك في المجالات الاقتصادية. وطبعا احنا في قطر نرحب في الشركات الأمريكية لتأتي وتستثمر في قطر.
I would like to thank the President very much for his gracious invitation for me to come and meet with him here at the White House. We in Qatar are very keen to have a very unique and strong and distinct relationship with the United States, a relationship that it is transparent. Our military relationship is very good. We are very committed with the United States regarding every agreement that we have signed to fulfill our part. We are also so grateful for the United States because it is helping Qatar in the areas of education and economics and economic development. And in Qatar, we welcome all American corporations who are willing and to come and invest in Qatar.
Thank you, sir. Kyle.
Mr. President, there are reports this morning that Iran may be pursuing or accelerating its pursuit of nuclear weapons. This is of a concern to you, particularly as you are also trying to deal with a similar situation in North Korea.
Well, I've always expressed my concerns that the Iranians may be developing a nuclear program. I have done so publicly, I've done so privately. As you may recall, I expressed those concerns to Vladimir Putin when I went to Russia. And as I understand, the IAEA is coming out with a report in June, and we'll wait and see what it says. But one of the things we must do is work together to stop the proliferation of weapons of mass destruction. It is a major issue that faces the world, and it's an issue in which the United States will still lead. Stretch.
Mr. President, you support our women in the military, but sometimes female prisoners of war are treated worse than males. Is it time to review the Clinton-era rule change that puts women in combat situations?
I will take guidance from the United States military. Our commanders will make those decisions. I will tell you this, when I was on the USS Abraham Lincoln, I met 2 women pilots. I would have just been happy to have one of those pilots fly me on that carrier as Luce flew me on the carrier. But in terms of whether or not the configuration of our force and who ought to be fighting where, that's going to be up to the generals. That's how we run our business here in the White House. We set the strategy, and we rely upon our military to make the judgments necessary to achieve the strategy. Scott.
Mr. President, can you live with the scaled-back tax cut on dividends the Senate's talking about now?
Yeah. Well, first of all, the question is, will the Congress respond in a bold enough way to help people who are looking for work find a job? That's the fundamental question Congress ought to ask. And I continually remind people that I want something strong enough so people can work. And I will continue reminding Congress that they have a responsibility to listen to the voices of those who are unemployed. I certainly have heard those voices, and you'll see me next week continuing to take that message out to the country. Holland, and the last question.
Secretary Powell's going to the Middle East this weekend. Are you seeing any progress at all on the roadmap?
That was supposed to be a dramatic announcement for my speech tomorrow at the University of South Carolina. I hereby send Secretary Powell to the Middle East. It doesn't sound like it's that dramatic anymore. You've jumped the gun on me. That's all right. That's your job. That's your job. Yeah, of course we're going to make progress. Yes, we'll make progress. Absolutely. And the reason why we make progress is that the Palestinian Authority has now got a leader in the Prime Minister who has renounced violence. And he said he wants to work with us to make the area more secure. He understands what we know, that a peace process will proceed if and when there is a concerted effort to fight violence. And one of the things I'll be talking to His Highness about, who, by the way, is very active in this process, is how do we work with the Arab world to encourage the Arab world to assume its responsibilities of stopping the funding of terror and to working with the Palestinian Authority to encourage the habits of democracy and freedom with the Palestinian Authority. So I'm very optimistic. That's why I'm sending Secretary Powell there. A secret which is no longer a secret. Thank you all. Thank you. Very good work, Holland.